Yeah, you got invited. It's there.
All right, I'll have to look now. I mean, not right now, but I'll look later. I hate Facebook.
Yeah.
So, sweet teas. I got a little bit of bourbon here because I can't
Sweet
go
teas.
without my bourbon. What are
Okay.
you smoking?
Yeah, so we didn't get to pick a cigar of the night because Matt's been on vacation for a couple of weeks for cheerleading competition and cruise and all that stuff. So this week we're both gonna pick our cigars that we're gonna smoke, and as usual we're just gonna go over what they smoke like throughout the podcast. So today I am smoking the Caldwell. Let me see if I can get a better picture of that. Not really. Caldwell Long Live the King. It's a Corojo Dominican wrapper, Dominican binders and fillers. This is what they call their heater size, which is basically a Corona. It's 5.7 by 46 and is around $10.50 or so. It's a cigar that I've actually been really looking forward to. A lot of people speak highly of the Caldwell cigar brand, so yeah.
All right. Me, I have the Padron. It's hard to get it to focus, but 1926. This is what they call a complex cigar, full body. This was number 2 cigar of 2017. The common things that people say is they taste a lot of the chocolates and things like that in this cigar. So we shall see if I taste the same thing. And this one is box pressed. So let's see how this one goes. And this was actually bought for me by my brother-in-law, Andrew. So thanks, Andrew. So, what did you do this week, John? Anything?
I painted a lot while you were away. So, like I was saying earlier, we inherited a dining room set from Mandy, my wife's grandmother, before she went into assisted living care. She kind of let us go through her estate before they went through it with an estate sale, and we were able to go ahead and kind of pick the things that we wanted. So one of the things that we really wanted to keep and kind of no one else in the family wanted was her dining room set. It's a huge solid wood dining room set. It houses 10 people. It's got 2 leaves that go in the center, and it has a matching China cabinet slab
Nice.
touch. The only thing is that the color, I guess we didn't really realize it when it was in her grandma's house, because her grandma's house was kind of like the light was kind of like this.
Yeah.
It's yellow.
Yellow dark.
So you never really, we always thought it was white, but when you actually get it into a room with natural light, it's canary yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, one of the things that Manny wanted me to do is to paint the dining room set to a farmhouse white. We're hosting Christmas Eve this year, so she kind of wanted it to kind of gel a little bit more with the aesthetic of our new house. So my brother-in-law Brian came over last weekend, and we primed and painted all the 10 chairs that are behind me, and then we primed the hutch, and then on Wednesday night after I got off work, I spent like 2 or 3 hours doing a second coat of primer on the hutch, and then an initial coat of primer on the dining room table. So
yeah, I mean, from back here, it looks good.
I didn't feel like cleaning my hands, so yeah.
So this cigar, I want to say, draws like a $50 cigar. I'm really impressed.
I mean, isn't it like 20?
I don't know. I didn't buy it. But and obviously I didn't do my due diligence and look it up.
Typically.
Let me see. Yeah, like, why would I prepare? Yeah, it's like a $20 cigar. But $20 to $50, that's a big difference. Because we've had remember that we had those those Cohibas.
Were they 50? They were like 25.
Maybe like
right?
25, $30, I think. And it wasn't like this is good. The Cohibas that we had, I didn't really care for.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. It's too tight.
No.
Get it?
I don't really like. Yeah, I didn't really like the Cohibas. I think the Cohibas just have that allure because of the name, and that's a very controversial statement. But as someone that's, I guess you and me would be considered that the new age of cigar smokers. Like we're that 20 to 40 range or whatever. Born in the 80s type of situation.
Oh, God. Hold on. Sorry. My friend Hugo's calling me. Hey.
Hey, first time, long time listener.
You're an idiot.
Special guest.
I'm a first time, long time listener. First time caller, long time listener. I have a question about HGH and cigars.
Okay. What do you got, long time listener?
Also, is it better to drink tequila or whiskey? I'll hang up and listen to the answer.
All right, that's a deal.
Bye.
Bye, idiot. Love you. Bye.
Audience participation.
So he
what
said,
was his question again?
Oh God, I got the last end. He just actually said, ha ha ha.
I got the portion that said like, what do you think is better, whiskey or tequila?
Yeah, so let's go with that question.
Well, I didn't get his first part of the question.
No,
did you not?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
What it was.
So when he listens back to it, he'll only know that you paid attention for half of his.
So he goes, "I've waited 2 hours to do that." So just
is he your friend that wants to be a guest on the podcast?
He would. No, that's a different guy. But
okay.
Yeah, I do have a picture of him. We I'll send this to you so that way you could put it like, I don't know.
I'll plaster right in the center, like ring, ring, ring.
Yeah, that's what he gets. Him and.
I mean, I already know what your answer is.
Yeah,
obviously.
I mean,
you're kind of biased because, like, your channels, your Instagram is Smoke and Barrel. You have a wall of whiskeys, bourbons, whatever. So I mean, I feel that you're kind of biased.
100%. So that's probably a better question for you.
I I mean, I've stated on the podcast before, like, I'm not a huge bourbon whiskey drinker. I do enjoy it from time to time with a cigar. Um, I feel like tequila does bring a certain aspect to smoking cigars of because like bourbons and stuff, you have that caramelization from like the
You have
barrel
sugar.
and the sugars and stuff like that, but like tequila is made from agave, which is also sugary. So I'm not sure. I feel like bourbon's good paired with like a more full-bodied, medium-bodied cigar. And then I feel like maybe tequila would be paired well with a medium to like light-bodied cigar. Now, I know there's a very famous person
I was waiting on that.
that loves drinking tequila with his cigars. And that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Governator, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is a huge cigar smoker. He's been smoking cigars for many years. And a kind of neat thing that he does, I think the story was he was at a restaurant somewhere, and it was a restaurant that had cigars available to smoke like after or like during your meal or whatever. And the waiter got him a cigar, and he had tequila with it. But before like giving Arnold the cigar, he did this kind of like ritual of like brushing the cigar with a wood spill with the tequila. So basically like kind of like soaking the tequila into the cigar. I don't recommend that. I feel like that would kind of like, I don't know, destroy something with the cigar, but like, he drinks tequila with cigar, but so who am I to argue with the governor? You know what I mean?
I think it just depends probably what you're looking for, like in the cigar. That's me.
And I feel like there is a big misconception with tequila as being a alcohol that you only shoot, because there are a lot of tequilas that are considered like sipping tequilas, just like bourbons. There are a lot of good brands out there. Maybe we'll do a podcast about that, like our recommended brands and bottles of whiskeys, of tequilas, and rums to smoke.
That's a good idea.
I feel like that would be a good.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. Maybe we'll do that.
So Matt's friends, stay tuned for that episode regarding bourbons, tequilas, and rums.
There we go. There you have it. If Arnold says it's good, it must be good.
Yep.
So I don't know. I got to go back to this. This cigar, can you see the amount of smoke that it produces? It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It is like, this is supposed to be a very full-bodied cigar, but it smokes really well, or at least the first third. But I feel like the first third is going to be lighter in comparison to the rest. That's what I think is going to happen here.
More than likely. I mean, I feel like that typically happens with most cigars. They strengthen as you progress through the thirds of it. So this cigar has a lot of pepper up front, especially with like the first 4 or 5 puffs or so. It's a very, I would say, like medium-bodied flavor. You get that cedar and that wood and that mild sweetness from it. So far I like it. I could see why a lot of people like this cigar. It's a very easy cigar to smoke.
Yeah, that's actually one I would like to try, I think. Um, it especially at such a reasonable price to be such a good cigar. So, what do we have for cigar news? Anything? Again, not prepared.
That's okay. So, for cigar news, Cigar Aficionado, one of the popular news sources for cigars, just revealed the schedule for their top 25 cigars of 2022. They do this every year. It's they pick a top cigar of the year. Last year it was the Padron 1964. Before that, I believe it was like the Aging Room Nicaragua. EP Carrillo has been on that list many times. So, starting December 12th through December 16th, each day they're going to reveal certain number of cigars. So, Monday, December 12th, they're going to reveal cigar 10, 9, and 8. The 13th, cigar 7, 6, and 5. 14th, 4, 3, and 2. The 15th, they're going to unveil their cigar of the year. And then on Friday, they're going to reveal the remaining 11 through 25. So every single cigar news outlet does some type of top 25 cigars. And, it's all subject to your tastes. I feel like a lot of people go to Cigar Aficionado and they look at these lists or whatever. You go to Half Wheel, which is another cigar news outlet. Their list typically tends to look a lot different than Cigar Aficionado, and there are other podcasts that do their top 25, like the Cigar Club podcast. So it really all depends on what you're looking for. What I would suggest is to kind of take these lists as take them with a grain of salt, but also use them as a platform to try things that maybe you have never either heard of before, or to kind of expand your palate to a brand or a type of cigar that you've never tried before. For example, this is a Corona size, and I don't believe I've ever smoked a Corona size cigar, and I like it.
Now, did you buy that though because it was on a list, or you heard about it, or you just saw it?
So I've heard a lot of people talk about the cigar itself, but not necessarily a size. And this comes in Corona, Toro, and I believe Gordo. The Corona is the one that they had available, and a lot of cigar people say that Corona is the if you're gonna pick a default size cigar, Corona is typically the one that's picked the most. But people have their own preferences.
Now Corona, just for those that don't know, that's a 5.5 inch-ish? Is that right? 5.5 to 6 or something?
5.7 to it's a smaller ring gauge. This one is 5.7 by 46. Typically the ring gauge is around 46. But just a couple weeks ago, when I went to go pick this one up, the one that I actually had at the cigar lounge was a Bellicoso, which is actually a lot shorter than I normally smoke. I think it was a 4.6, but it had that tapered tip at the cap end.
So a Perfecto?
So a Perfecto tapers on both ends, I believe.
Yeah. No, Torpedo's only one end, and then Perfecto is both ends.
Yeah. So Perfecto, so it's like a Torpedo, except shorter and a little bit more round. and that was the first time I smoked a Bellicoso, and it actually made me. I was like, man, I think I want to try more of like this shape cigar. Like the smoking experience is very nice, very very enjoyable. And you know me, I'm a Toro guy,
Yep.
so
That's cool. I mean, it sounds like a good one. I want to try it,
like
for sure. I'd definitely like to try that.
And the only other bit of news was kind of an interesting cigar sampler that I found in the past 2 weeks. So it's a cigar sampler by the company Alec Bradley, which is, I think it's a very well known.
One of my
cigar
favorites,
company.
by the way. One of my favorite brands.
Yeah. And it is a cigar. It's called the Alec Bradley Reclaimed Cigar Mold Sampler. So the packaging is a reclaimed cigar mold.
Look at that.
That's a big ash.
Thank you. Thanks. I gotta.
So the World Smoking Championship.
Okay, sorry. Back to what you were saying.
So the Alec Bradley Reclaimed Cigar Mold Sampler, which is a mouthful in itself, is a sampler of Alec Bradley cigars that are packaged in a reclaimed cigar mold. There are only about 800 released. It contains 7 Perfecto cigars, and those are the Alec Bradley Gatekeeper, the Black Market, the Magic Toast, the Max, the Medalist, the Presnado, and the Tempest. It retails for about $80, but it's really cool because the packaging, like if you look up online or it's a legit cigar mold that was reclaimed and has been like kind of hollowed out to hold these cigars.
That's awesome.
And I feel like it would be like if you're in the market to find a gift for maybe someone that that loves cigars, or maybe like a special gift for yourself for the holiday. I feel like this would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think so for people to look out for is we are going to do a holiday gift idea, right? Aren't we talking about doing like a holiday
Yeah,
countdown or something?
Yeah, I think that'll be our
Okay.
next episode. We want to give people time to like if you're in the market, if you for like gifts for yourself, for other people that that smoke cigars, we'll give you some ideas. We'll come up with 10 each, maybe. Depends on how much work Matt puts into it. Maybe 10 for me and 5 for
Sounds
him.
about right.
But we'll give you some ideas and some links, Amazon links, links to wherever you can buy the stuff. We'll talk to where you can buy the stuff. Kind of like things that you can buy yourself or maybe like a friend for like, cigars.
I did a really good job of pairing tonight. I just want to give myself a pat on the back and talk about how great I did. Oh God, what's the name of those guys that like do the wine? Like they're like, yeah.
Sideways.
I am the cigar and bourbon that. I'm not even gonna try it. I just got a handle on a charcuterie board. Just recently.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised like that's not something that your wife already has bought for your household.
Yeah. She has. I just couldn't say the word. I'm like, yeah.
Did you get the one that was shaped like a
dick? I wish. She sent that to me on Facebook Messenger too. Yeah. Um.
I got a. I've been shopping for a white elephant gift for a friend party. Um, so one of the ideas is, which surprisingly enough, it was Mandy that brought the idea to me. Um, Someone took a jar of pickles, like whole pickles, and they removed the label, and they replaced the label with a picture of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the label says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that's gonna be one of my white elephant gift. I think we're gonna include like a gift card for a pizza.
That's awesome.
Something. But
do you do that with family or
another
who do you do that with? Friends?
No, for friends. Yeah. And so another one that I got, which I didn't tell Mandy this yet, is that there's a series of, they call them bad children's books. It's a specific author.
Thanks.
Let me pull up
I've actually seen those. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. I started. Yeah, I started laughing
them.
like mid inhale. Yeah.
So the author is Brad Goss. That's Gosse, and he has a series called Rejected Children's Books, and they're absolutely horrible but absolutely hilarious. So the one that I got is called Mike Lit, Lit, and then the subtitle is like shouldn't be hard to find. So Mike Lit shouldn't be hard to find.
Yet it is. It's very hard to find.
Yeah, that's going to be included in one of the white elephant gifts.
That's pretty cool.
All right, buddy, this is all you.
All right.
We are up to the part of the
where
podcast
I ramble,
where Matt is going to tell us all about his trip to Miami and on his recent cruise that he just came back of. And I know that he had purchased a lot of cigars, so
not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. So yeah, went to Miami. I'll send over some of these pictures so you can do your thing with it. But I saw a lot of boobies. That was great. Saw a lot of butts. Booty was good too.
I'm assuming like on the beach.
Yeah, pretty much on the beach or on like the main boulevard that runs through A1A or whatever it is. And but I actually had a really good time in Miami. I'm not a coffee drinker, as we've talked about, but I had Cafe Cubano, and I must be like part Cuban or something. Like that's the only thing I can come up with, because I loved Cafe Cubano, like wholeheartedly loved it. My first sip was.
So what is in a Cafe Cubano?
Cafe and Cubano, simple recipe. It's got two things. Like it's in the title, John. Like it literally says Cafe Cubano. I don't know, coffee and coffee and sugar. I think.
Go ahead.
You do this to me on purpose.
Go ahead, keep on talking. I'll find it for you.
All right. So there's cafe and Cubano in these things, and it's good. They're like little shots, right? And you can buy them at all these little Cuban restaurants and actually like coffee shops and just almost anywhere, bars. It's really cool. We were.
Did you have it from a specific place, or did you have it from a couple of different places?
Oh, yeah, several different places. One of the places was a breakfast place, and you know what? Like to hook that place up, I'll send you the link to it because I don't remember the name, but I'll send that link to you, and we'll put the link. Isn't this what the YouTube people do? They're like, hey, we're gonna put the link below.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And so yeah, we'll put the link in there for the place I like them. Like I really enjoyed it from the breakfast place. It was so good, and the breakfast was amazing. I had huevos with I don't know whatever steak is, and it was good.
Okay.
And breakfast was and it,
So for the other people that don't know what a cafe cubano is, I will
there we
read
are.
the Wikipedia description. So, a cafe cubano is a type of espresso that originated in Cuba. Specifically, it refers to an espresso shot which is sweetened. However, the name is sometimes used to refer to coffee-based drinks that include Cuban espresso as a main ingredient, as such as cafe con leche. So, like I was talking about in our last episode, that I ordered a cafe con leche with my cigar at the cigar bar, and how I was explaining it to you, I feel like this confirms that you would probably like a cafe con leche if you like the cafe cubano.
It was good. So from there during mine and because so let me rewind a little bit. We went there actually for a. Am I freezing on your end? Okay.
No,
So
you're.
yeah, like every once in a while, like the screen like freezes. So, when we went there for a cheer competition, and we were doing that for our kid, obviously, who is in a all-star cheerleading team, and they travel. So like next weekend, I think the weekend of the 17th, we're actually going to go to Atlanta, Georgia, for another team because she's part of a couple different teams, and so the traveling thing is cool. For me and the wife, it's fun because we get out and go do things and see some new places, visit some new places, do some cool stuff. And during that trip, that's what we did. We went out and explored the city. So that's what we were doing out, like exploring. I got to go. I had the pleasure of being able to visit Casila's Cigars. They just hand roll these cigars literally on the side of the road. They have all their leaves right there. Their like they have their presses and all that kind of stuff like right there. And this is one of them. So this is their little. Gotta cover my face so it might do it. I'm almost there. Yeah, but you get the idea. So
it's like a
yeah.
house-made cigar. They have their own cigar.
And it was cool. Like for me, I wanted one to support a local business because I think supporting local businesses is a cool thing to do. Here's their card. We can even put their little link probably there. So I bought a few cigars from them. Just a few, and that was really cool. I haven't smoked them yet, so maybe next time.
Are they all the same? Are they all the
No.
same type of cigar?
So you know what? I did something that I don't normally do. I bought some flavored cigars, and I never do that. I don't buy flavored cigars. And I did. I bought chocolate and cherry, and they smell good, like really good. I'm gonna have to try them. Maybe next podcast, maybe even offline. I don't know, but they are delicious smelling. And then 2 are just Corona, not flavored. Maduro. So I have those.
Did they say what where their tobacco originates from?
To be honest, I don't speak Spanish. I know it kind of sounds like I do sometimes, but I don't. So I couldn't communicate with them at all.
Okay.
So I have no idea.
Noted.
So it's going to be a good guess. Might be able to go to their website though and find out. Maybe I can do that. But it was cool. They were really nice guys. They let me try rolling some cigars and stuff like that. They offered kind of like they were like I don't know, hand gesturing for me to do that. So that was kind of cool. So yeah,
How did that go?
Terrible. I should not roll cigars. My job should be smoking them. 100%. The other thing I did, which I was really happy for, and I'm embarrassed of the price a little bit, was I actually bought, you know, a Fuente. So, and this is their Grand Reserve, a little shorty here. Yeah, I left the price tag still on it. Forgot. So, 15 bucks.
Cost you? I can't read
I won't like.
Oh, okay.
So this camera looks for face. But yeah, it's 15 bucks somewhere in there.
I think you're holding it too close.
Yeah? Okay. This way. But it's 15 bucks.
Yep.
It's it has the cedar wrap as a lot of them do. And it is really a good cigar. It's one I've had before. So it's truly a good cigar. It's good when you are sort of on like a time crunch, right? You only have maybe a half hour, and that's a great cigar. I got that one because there was a cigar girl walking by the restaurant, and
Okay.
Well, I guess that's really about it. The cigar girl was walking by the restaurant, and
Yeah, that's about it.
Presh was like, "You could get a picture with her," and I was like, "Sweet." So I did. Yeah. I'll post the picture, and everybody will understand why I bought that $15 cigar.
I think I posted the picture on.
Oh, did you?
Instagram
I didn't see it.
of the cigar girl, and then yeah. So if you're not following our Instagram, I did post a couple of pictures from Matt's trip to Miami. Cool. Yeah. So like the cigars, the cigar, the cart of the cigar shop that you.
Did you do the one of me rolling it?
Rolling a cigar. Yeah. So all the pictures of Matt's little short trip to Miami and the things that he's talking about is on our Instagram page if you want to go check out those pictures.
Yeah, that was really fun. That was a fun trip. The hotel we stayed in had a rooftop bar, so that was really cool too. Because I went up there, smoked cigars and had a drink. And meanwhile, all the cheer moms were getting trashed. It was great. So then then we had Thanksgiving, and that was good. And got stuffed on turkey. We didn't record that week, and I was going on the cruise the very next day. And
I also worked on Thanksgiving.
That's right,
so
you did.
We couldn't record.
A few moments later.
So cruise.
Okay.
Yep. We we came down for Thanksgiving, went back home to Orlando, and started doing the getting ready for the cruise. Packed up everything, and then Friday headed down to Fort Lauderdale to get on the cruise and get that going. And
so what cruise ship did you go on?
Royal Caribbean. And it was the Independence of the Sea? Or is that the one that we went on the time before? So me and my family love cruises. John, I think that's like one of your favorites as well. And
yep, it is my preferred way to vacation. Is going on a cruise.
Yeah, in my opinion, there's no better way to travel. So, yeah, we
because I'm the type of person when I vacation, I just kind of want to relax and veg out.
Yeah.
But I also kind of want to be pampered in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So like with a cruise and all the meals being included and stuff like that, and then yeah, sure, you the last time that I went on a cruise was
1 week later.
All right, folks, we're back. Some technical difficulties, but so we were talking about cruises. Specifically, the last time that I was on a cruise was with my brother-in-law, Brian, Matt, Andrew, our cousin, their spouses
Mhm.
or significant others or girlfriends or whatever. And I don't know, just like I didn't even get off the ship
Oh yeah, you did.
that time around. I stayed on the ship.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think you guys went out, but like I didn't feel like no, actually no. I take that back. We did leave me and Brian did leave the ship momentarily, but we didn't really. I left to go get like a Bahamas.
Did you actually like leave the
and
port
then I came
area?
back.
Oh, that's good.
I think so, yeah. Because I went to there's only one Starbucks in the Bahamas, so I went to the Starbucks, went to the rum cake factory, and then we came back. Did we? Or maybe it was, so we've been on a lot of cruises together, so that maybe that was the one time before.
There was one time where we all went, and it was cold. Do you remember that? It was you, me, Carrie, all the kids. It was freezing. God.
That's the time that you.
Oh yeah.
That's the time that you snuck.
Yeah. It was a lot too. I brought so much. That was crazy. So you can get like these bags, and I don't condone this, by the way. They're like I don't know. They're just like these like Ziploc bags that have like a little port on them, and you can put your booze in them, and that doesn't get caught. Obviously, I had rum and scotch, all kinds of stuff. It was great. We had a great cruise. But so this past cruise, we went to we went back to the Bahamas, and that was Nassau, and we also went to Coco Cay, which is the Royal Caribbean private island. Went to like a legit cigar shop down there, and you can buy. They're fake, like they're fake Cubans. They're not real. You can buy fake Cubans there, anywhere almost. Guys on the street, they'll sell you Cubans supposedly. They're definitely not real. But I actually went to a legit cigar lounge that did have Cubans, but you pay a price for them. You're talking like $40 to $50 a stick, which is a lot of money for a not that great cigar. I don't, in my opinion, Cubans are just not maybe what they used to be. I don't know, but I feel like the one that.
And well, I also guarantee you that you're probably still getting them at the certain point that like they're not aged long enough. So there's probably a lot of moisture still in the cigar, like so. Again, the cigar world has such a plethora of good cigars from different countries. It's kind of made like the allure of Cuban cigars kind of obsolete, in my opinion. To where like, okay, can't get a Cuban cigar, cool, but I could smoke stuff from Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, and it's on par.
Yeah, I mean,
with them. So.
I could definitely say that the one I brought a couple back, but the one that I had on the cruise was not that great. And it was funny because there was guys like on the cruise ship, they were doing a cigar time. I think they call it Cigars Under the Stars, and it was at 6:00, and there was a bunch of guys up there smoking cigars, and it was a good time, and everybody was talking about how they got their Cubans, blah blah blah. But 100%, those things were not real. The guy's like, yeah, I got a Cuban for like $12. I'm like, no, you didn't. I mean, I didn't say anything, but he definitely didn't.
Yeah. Like that's a lot of chopped up filler with a fake Cohiba band.
Yeah.
We got off some guy from the
Yeah, and they didn't smell good either. They smelled like trash. But it was a fun experience. The water was amazing this time. Like there's like I said, we go several times in a year, and we're done for 2022, but I'm already planning our 2023 stuff. And the times that I've been, this is the clearest I have ever seen the water. I mean, it was amazing, truly just amazing. And I think that temp wise, like it said, it was at like 85 to 90. but it was nice. It was hot. I like the warm weather, but also at the same time, there was like kind of a cool ocean breeze, so it was good. I loved it. Um, I think I'm gonna try to plan another one for all of us, and see if I can get everybody on board for that, so we can go and enjoy again. Maybe like Cozumel this time. Just that one's hard to find for like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday thing. But I'll see. We'll see what we can do. Yeah. It was a good time, that's for sure. Our stateroom.
I forgot what time of year we went where it was actually
February
cold, because even though I do love cruising, I would prefer to go.
Yeah, it's like hit and miss though for the days, because I've pretty much gone I think every month of the year, and it just depends on the day. There are like when you and I went and it was cold with Carrie, that was in February, because that was Andrew's birthday that we went for. His birthday's in February, right? I don't know. Pretty sure.
Your brother, my
so
cousin.
Pretty sure February. If you're watching this, sorry, but yeah, we went to celebrate his birthday.
Yeah, sorry, Andrew.
February typically is though.
So
we'll have to try for that again. February, maybe March.
Yeah. I feel like we went in April one time.
I think
too.
that was the time.
Decent.
Oh, you know what? Yes. April was the cold month time. February is where we went with all the kids, I think. Yeah.
On the carnival.
That's what it was. No.
Yeah, that was not good. Okay, so if there's one thing that we could recommend that you do not do, I would not recommend a carnival cruise. I'm sorry.
No, I've been on.
If you want to go,
I've been on like a couple decent ships. They were much larger ships. No, I know.
No. If you want to look, go get an STD. Go on a carnival cruise.
No.
If you actually want to like enjoy yourself and not like break the bank.
That's not nice.
Hello. If you wanna go on a cruise and not break your wallet, go Royal Caribbean, because there's a lot of different boats with different prices. You get, regardless of what ship you go on, whether it's an old ship or a new one, you're gonna have a great time.
Food's good.
I feel like customer service, the food, and if you have the money, if you want to live it up, then
I can't tell you what your cousin just did.
So, don't tell me.
I brought you tea.
I love how you just cruise right past. Get it? Cruise right past. A little incident there. Yeah, but you're right. Royal Caribbean is definitely amazing. Precious wants to book a Norwegian. We were looking at them. Those are also pseudo cost effective depending on what you're looking at, because they're all inclusive. Your drinks are included, all that kind of good stuff.
Right.
And then Disney is something that I think your sister enjoys. Her and Brian, they like the Disney cruises. I don't like. I've watched a lot of the videos for Disney. I think that they are probably the best in customer service. I think that they have probably some of the best food, but I just don't think it's geared towards me. We actually had one booked and it got canceled because of COVID. And
right.
Since then, I was really close to booking another, and I just don't think it's for me. I like to.
Yeah, I mean, like it all depends on what you're looking for. Just like cigars and bourbon, there's different types for different people. Same thing goes with cruises. If you want to party down, make out with strangers, and get an STD, go to Carnival. If you just want to have a relaxing time with a good like adult type-ish atmosphere, then Royal Caribbean's up your speed. If you have younger kids, then you have the expendable money to spend a little bit extra and get that Disney magic. Disney Cruise is there for you. I heard a lot of good things about Norwegian too because it is all inclusive. But like I feel like Norwegian, it's very selective as far as where
Airports. Yeah.
like they go and where you can dock out of. Yeah. So again, one of those like bucket list things, when I'm retired and hopefully I have some expendable money, that's going to be my vacationing is.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love like meeting all the people on the cruise. Like I love sitting because Precious and Michaela, they'll like to go and wander and like go shopping, and a lot of the cruise ships now are doing where they have like the center of the ship. Back in the day or whatever, before COVID, only the larger ships would have this area, this like town hall kind of area or street kind of area in the middle of the cruise ship where it would have like stores and pizza parlors and ice cream shops and the general stores and all this stuff, right? But the last few that we've been on since they've been refurbished have had them. Now, again, that's Royal Caribbean, so I can't really speak for Carnival right now. But that's been a really like cool and impressive thing that I've really liked coming out of COVID, of those refurbs that happened on these ships. Super cool stuff because, like I said, back probably 5-6 years ago, it was the larger, what they call an Oasis class. That's who had those really kind of like more advanced areas of the different shops, sitting areas, bars, pizza parlors, English pubs, things like that. But now it seems like even some of the next couple levels down have those, which is cool. And as I'm sitting in those areas meeting people while Precious is shopping,
yeah,
I get to talk to some of like the coolest guys and the coolest like people that are on the ships. And yeah, actually a good majority of them are retired and have some extra cash, but their stories are so cool. Like just the things they've done, and there's so many of them that like get off and back on.
Yeah. I think that's the reason why I like cruising, because I can equate cruising to a cigar lounge. Like you've got a lot of different people. They're all there just to have a good time, and you can meet some really interesting people, especially like when you're doing like your formal dining day, or dining time slot. You're not like, if you're just going like with your family, there's like another half of the table that's there that you don't know. So like it's kind of cool to like mingle with those people because you see those people every single time you're going for a meal. No, it's yeah. So question for you, since we are the Cigar Advisor podcast, for those like having a lot of questions about cigars, did you bring cigars on?
I did. I brought 3.
The ship.
I did bring 3 with me because I didn't know if I was going to be able to buy them, and I didn't know what would happen. And I was a little concerned because of being post COVID and things are changing right now. Things just changed to where on Royal Caribbean you don't have to have a vaccination card, and you don't have to have a negative COVID test anymore. Okay. They're still wanting you to do that, but you don't have to prove it to Royal Caribbean anymore. Now, right.
My other cigar related question is, did you bring your cutter and your butane lighter? Because I feel like those items, like, I don't know, like, did you check them in? Did you just bring them on your carry-on?
Worried about.
How? Because
before I would just carry them on, But I was like, am I going to get caught with it, not get caught with it? Am I allowed to bring it? Am I not allowed? Because they talk heavily about alcohol, but they don't talk about cigars. So I brought one cigar and a cheaper lighter in my pocket. And yes, I had to like put it in the little tray to go through. I put the metal in the little tray. I didn't put my cigar in the tray. And they didn't say a word. So also in my pack, yeah.
Your
There was the little thin cutter that I have.
Okay.
Also in my bag, that's where I put the other two that were a little bit more costly, and a better cutter, and honestly a better lighter, and nothing was said at all. They don't seem to care about that. So yes, you can bring cigars on board. Yes, you can bring a lighter on board, and yes, you can bring a cutter on board. They didn't have an issue with that at all. Even
yeah, I mean, I've read some stuff, but I just wasn't sure how the process of getting them on board. Like, if you had to have it on like your carry-on luggage, did you have
put
to
it in your
check
prison pocket.
check-in luggage, or do you, like, you know, like you said, did you just like put? Yeah, did you just put it in
Your prison pocket is your butthole.
So it's good to know. Yeah.
But no, yeah, you can bring it right on. They don't seem to care. But I mean, when I thought of, like, as I was packing my stuff and I was thinking about, I'm like, you know, people bring cigarettes because they allow smoking inside the casino, which, by the way, they don't allow smoking of cigars in the casino.
Right.
And this is me right now saying a very mean thing to Royal Caribbean. So this is to you, Royal Caribbean, who doesn't allow smoking of cigars. I don't like that.
Not a,
yeah, take that.
Not
Yeah, they're not
sponsored.
sponsoring us now. I don't care. Sponsor my...
So in the casino, people can smoke cigarettes, but they can't smoke cigars.
If you know what that means, you're an idiot, baby.
That is very interesting.
Royal Caribbean. Yeah.
Now, are you able to? I'm assuming you could smoke cigars anywhere
So
else, like on the outside of the ship. Like, there's not a,
listen to this. So
smoking section.
The smoking section. You're never gonna guess in a million years where it's located. You don't really have to guess. I'll tell you. It is next to the kiddie play area, like the kiddie pool. So you have. I'm not kidding. So you have the kiddie pool and the smoking section. I'm like, who thought this up?
Now, are you only able to smoke in that area, or like, for example,
No,
can you
it has to
smoke
be
on
the
the pool
smoking area.
deck? Even that, so like that cigar night that you were talking about,
Sure was.
was it in that?
Yep, that's the only place that has ashtrays.
Okay.
You know, I don't like, even though I smoke cigars, and I'm pretty cool with people doing their thing, right? But you know, the thing I didn't like about the casino and the cigar smoking thing is, one, I was told to put the cigar out, which bothered me, and two, I then went to the non-smoking section, and I kid you not, there were 4 people around me smoking cigarettes. So, Royal Caribbean. But I'll still go. I'm still cruising with you. Not getting that sponsor money, buddy.
Sounds good.
But everything else is good. Like, I mean, they hit 9 out of 10.
Definitely not. Everything else was just fine. Yeah. Just, you know, you got to dock a point for not being able to smoke a cigar in
like
cigarette
it's
smoking section.
I don't know. It's not nice. I don't like it.
Don't they have like a lounge just outside the casino, like leading into the casino, like that is kind of like a, I don't know, like a, just like a, like a drinking lounge,
Not smoke,
that you
drink.
can smoke and stuff, or do they?
The lounge that you can smoke at is actually, well, on that ship is in the casino, kind of in the middle. So after the refurbs, I think that's what they've done quite a bit of. And then on some of the ships, they'll have what's called a schooner bar, and that's that's a bar that it's designed like old-fashioned, old-timey schooners, ships, and but you can't smoke there either. So the only place to smoke is casino or the smoking area, designated smoking areas. Some of the big ships actually do have more smoking areas, though, other than just the one. Like Oasis of the Seas had a bigger smoking area, and more of them.
Yeah.
But that's a big. Uh-oh. This time we lost John, and it's not my fault. So we can blame him. 100% blaming John. Yeah. That wasn't me. That was John. He messed that up. Put that in there. Put your little 3 hour later thing now. I know. I went on a rant.
That was me this time. I can't get my webcam back. Hold on.
Oh, there we are.
I guess we're using this webcam.
Yeah. So
my phone is my phone webcam.
Did you put
is
the link for donations? Yeah, have you done that? So we are gonna. No. We have the link, right?
Maybe. Oh, is it in our link?
We should put it at the bottom of this. So we obviously don't make money off of doing this, and YouTube is never going to allow us to have monetization.
Monetize.
But we would really like to get some better stuff. Some new webcams and just things to make some better material, which we put in stuff ourselves, obviously. But so if anybody wants to donate or sponsor our channel, let us know. Send John an email. Don't send it to me. I won't read it. But John will.
So our email is the cigar advisors. Oh, actually, I do have.
Okay.
So in our link tree, which it has all our links to like our YouTube channel, our Cigar Advisor website, our Instagram, our TikTok. I do have a link, our donation link, in the event that someone wants to donate. Again, not necessary. We do this for fun. We do this to educate people and just to have a good time. So I don't want anyone to think that we're asking for anything. Just having your patronship and hanging out with us and listening to our podcast is plenty enough. But we have gotten some messages and stuff like, hey, if we wanted to support you guys because we like what you do and we like what you talk about. So we have, had a couple of those messages. So that's the only reason that we decided to make a donation link. So I'll leave that information in the description below in our podcast video on YouTube. In the event that you listen to this like on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, there is a link tree that has all our links on all of our social media. You can find that on Instagram, on TikTok.
Yep. OnlyFans, /giggity, /John. Subscribe to his OnlyFans. Get some.
Yep. OnlyFans /Matt /pepperoni nipples /
Yeah, his shower videos are good. I like them a lot. I watch them.
Anyway.
During dinner.
Yep. Anyway, that is I think that's the show for the night. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Next week we're gonna talk about a gift guide for your cigar enthusiast friends or family members.
Yep, and we'll have links.
Or yourself.
I'll actually put some work into it, so we'll have some links ready for you. Probably try to do like a lot of Amazon stuff, just so that way. I'm gonna do my best. You might have 2 links, or I can just like link the stuff I've already bought. But Amazon's gonna be easy for everyone, so I'm gonna try to find a lot of just stuff on Amazon that is good quality, because that's always the concern I think when buying Amazon is like the quality. What are you gonna get? But there is some good stuff. There's some good cutters or some good lighters that I've actually bought. So we'll put those things up there and make it nice and easy for Christmas time. And you'll get it enough time because Amazon delivers like next day or 2 days. They deliver quick.
Yep. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in,
Peace.
and we'll see you next time.
Looking for the ultimate resource to find the best cigar bars in your area? Want to hang out with the folks who have the same passion for cigars as you? Do you want to find a cigar lounge with like-minded individuals to relax, network, and get together with friends? This is what the Cigars Advisors are here for. A state-of-the-art platform that allows all cigar lovers to locate cigar lounges and bars. This is a place where everyone can come together, share their thoughts, and review their favorite cigar spots without any restrictions. Find your new favorite cigar lounge now by visiting thecigaradvisor.com.